Tonight, we venture into a realm that shatters the very foundation of familial bonds, a rare and disturbing phenomenon called sororicide, the killing of one's own sister. In families, we expect loyalty, support, and protection. But what if that sacred trust is betrayed in the most horrific way imaginable? What if a sister becomes a target, her life reduced to a mere obstacle standing in the way of a cold, calculating mind? Tonight, we explore the chilling world of sororicide, examining the unsettling possibility that someone could snuff out a sibling's life with terrifying composure and absolutely no remorse. Sororicide. The term alone conjures images we'd rather banish from our thoughts. We tend to place siblings in a category all their own, extensions of ourselves, guardians of our childhood memories, and potential lifelong companions. That's why the mere idea of a sister killing another sister feels unimaginable. Yet the reality is that while it's extraordinarily rare, it does happen. Often overshadowed by more common forms of family violence, like spousal abuse or even the grim reality of filicide, sororicide occupies a murky corner of criminal history. Because of its rarity, we don't have extensive research data, but the cases that do exist send a resounding chill through experts and the public alike. This is particularly true when the perpetrator is not just any murderer, but a psychopath, someone whose callous disregard for human life and chilling lack of empathy redefines the limits of depravity. Psychopathy. It's a term tossed around in pop culture to describe the Hannibal Lecters and Patrick Batemans of the world, fictional characters who mesmerize and terrify us. But in reality, psychopathy is a clinical condition marked by a cluster of specific personality traits. Shallow emotions, manipulativeness, a lack of empathy, a superficial charm designed to conceal sinister motives. When you merge these traits with the intimate world of sibling relationships, you get a perfect storm for an act as shocking as sororicide. Psychopathic individuals often see others as pawns, objects in a grand chessboard of self-interest. And yes, that can include their own family, even their own sister. For a psychopath, the emotional attachment that prevents most siblings from harming each other is non-existent, or at best, severely compromised. In the psychopathic mind, a sister might just be another stumbling block in the pursuit of personal ambitions. Whether it's money, reputation, inheritance, or simply the twisted satisfaction of control, any perceived obstacle can trigger a murderous act. One of the hallmarks of a psychopathic crime is the meticulous, detached nature of the planning. These individuals study their environment, learn their victims' routines, and bide their time until the moment is right. It might be a carefully orchestrated scenario to ensure nobody sees them strike, or an elaborate plan to stage the crime scene in a way that deflects suspicion. However, psychopaths can also be impulsive when it suits them. A small slight, an insult, or a minor disagreement could ignite deadly violence. The frightening part is their lack of emotional restraint. Most siblings might argue, fight, or yell, but the bond usually holds. In the psychopathic mind, there is no such bond. Once they decide you're an enemy or an obstacle, they'll move to eliminate you with chilling efficiency. Now, picture this. A sister has just been murdered, by her own flesh and blood. The mind reels at the emotional aftermath for everyone involved. But for the psychopathic perpetrator, that chaos can be oddly thrilling. Any remorse they show is carefully crafted for maximum impact. They may appear calm, too calm, as if entirely disconnected from the gravity of what they've done. They'll cover their tracks with cunning efficiency, manipulating witnesses, creating elaborate alibis, even turning the investigation against other family members. Psychopaths excel at masking their intentions before the crime, and they'll continue to do so afterward, often with chilling creativity. Sometimes they might thrive on the attention, feeding off the media frenzy or the concern of relatives, controlling the narrative for their own twisted satisfaction. Psychopathy is evaluated using specialized tools, the most well-known being the Hare Psychopathy Checklist, revised PCL-R. It scores an individual's interpersonal style, emotional responses, and lifestyle behaviors to determine if they fit the profile of a psychopath. High scores display profound lack of empathy, surface-level charm, a pattern of manipulative and antisocial behaviors, killing your own sister, someone you've known your entire life, underscores the absolute void where empathy should be. It makes us question the very essence of what it means to be human. How could anyone do this and not be racked by guilt? The chilling answer lies in that characteristic emotional shallowness. A psychopathic individual may justify the crime with thoughts of, "I had to do it to protect my future," or "she stood in my way." There's no moral struggle, no deep regret, just a detached sense of rationalization. In the wake of a sororicide, grief and betrayal slam into the family with catastrophic force. The surviving relatives not only lose a beloved family member, they confront the horrifying truth that it was another beloved family member who took her life. How do you even begin to cope with that level of betrayal? How do you face a family gathering without questioning every shared memory? For law enforcement and the legal system, the manipulative nature of a psychopathic offender adds layers of complexity. Investigations can be mired in carefully planted misinformation, staged crime scenes, and a suspect who can lie with unwavering conviction. Prosecutors must untangle what's real from what's been orchestrated by someone who excels at deception. The disturbing stories we've explored tonight highlight the importance of awareness. Psychopathy often remains hidden in plain sight, masked by charm, intelligence, and calculated manipulation. Most sibling relationships, of course, will never reach such a tragic end, but it's still crucial to recognize potential red flags. Persistent, calculated manipulation, pathological lying, chilling callousness, a history of treating others as mere tools or obstacles. If you sense these signs in someone close to you, or if you fear for your safety, never hesitate to seek professional help. In extreme cases, protecting yourself may mean distancing from a family member who shows dangerous behavior. Thank you for joining me on this haunting exploration into the dark territory where familial bonds, psychopathy, and murder intersect.